Hi children, welcome to today's class. And today we are going to see the topic. What we are going to see is Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Okay, and I think it is not new to you. You have already studied this in your 10th standard. But now we are going to see slightly in depth. That's it. Okay. Hope you enjoy because it is a familiar topic. And now, first let me I'll start from a statement. Okay. You know, Ohm's law states that the current flowing through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor provided the physical conditions, okay, such as temperature, okay, and mechanical strain, etc. are kept constant. Okay, see what is that? The Ohm's law states that the current through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor, okay, provided the physical conditions such as temperature, mechanical strain, etc. are kept constant. Okay, I think temperature is kept constant, that you know. What is mechanical strain? Mechanical strain you have already studied in your 11th standard. Okay, what is a strain? Strain is nothing but what is in mechanics? In properties of matter, I think you would have studied in solids chapter. What is that? Strain. Therefore, strain is nothing but the ratio between change in dimension to the original dimension. Change in dimension and original dimension. Therefore, that is what is called ratio between the change in dimension and original dimension is what is called strain. Okay, therefore, I think delta, change in dimension, length, if length is changing, delta L is a change in length divided by original length. Okay, therefore, this is a strain, longitudinal strain. Okay, bulk strain, everything you have studied now. So that should be kept constant. If at all there is a strain, that strain should be kept constant. Are you following? So these conditions, if these conditions are satisfied, then I is proportional to V. That's it. Are you following? Therefore, once again, Ohm's law states that the current through the conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor, provided the physical conditions such as temperature, mechanical strain, etc. are kept constant. Okay, therefore, you know, I is proportional to V, or you can say that V proportional to I also, na? Okay, therefore, there should be some constant of proportionality added. That is nothing but Ri. V is equal to Ri. Therefore, this is not new. Once again, I'm telling. What is R? R is nothing but the resistance of the conductor. Resistance of the conductor. Okay, now resistance of the conductor. What do you mean by the resistance? What is the physical resistance? Here you can, once again, from this you can say one definition. You can define resistance. What is that? R, that is equal to V by I. Correct? V by I. Therefore, that is nothing but, what is that? Resistance of the conductor is nothing but, is defined as the ratio of the potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor, okay, to the current flowing through the conductor. Or is it clear? It is the ratio between, or otherwise, it's the ratio between the potential difference applied across the ends of the conductor and the current through the conductor. So, this is one definition. Okay. Therefore, this R, that is equal to V by I. Fine. So, this is one definition. Next one, what is that? See, what is the physical meaning of resistance then? This is mathematically you have defined. What is the physical meaning of resistance? See, resistance is nothing but, resistance of a conductor is nothing but the opposition offered by the conductor to the flow of electrons or to the flow of current. Flow of electrons or to the flow of current. If the electron flows, only current will be there now in the conductor. Therefore, the resistance of the conductor, what is the physical meaning? It is the opposition offered by the conductor to the flow of current or to the flow of electrons. Are you following? So, this is what is called the meaning of resistance. It is a physical, what is the meaning of resistance of a conductor. Okay, it is nothing but electrical resistance. What we are dealing with, of course, it is the electrical resistance of the conductor. Right. Now, therefore, you know that V is proportional to, here, you know that, see, here V proportional to, first one, V is proportional to I, correct? Therefore, V is proportional to I means if you plot a graph, okay, between first one, okay, V and I, first one, let's see the first graph is, I am plotting a graph between V and I, okay. Okay, this is V and this is I. Okay, therefore, now, so what is that? If well, I am getting it because it is proportional, V and I are proportional. If I plot a graph, definitely, I think you people know, you will get a straight line, definitely. You will be getting a straight line. Okay, therefore, well, how to find out the slope of the straight line? Therefore, you know very well the slope of the straight line. Let me be A, B, C. If this is theta, you know that slope of a straight line is nothing but tan theta, na? Tan theta. Therefore, here let me have what is the slope. Therefore, here slope, that is nothing but tan theta, correct? That is nothing but AB by BC. Okay, and that is nothing but, what is AB? AB is nothing but V, na? AB, here nothing but V divided by delta V, whatever is cut, okay, delta V by delta I, okay. Therefore, it is V divided by I. Okay, therefore, hope you are following. Okay, this is nothing but V, because here it is one value V, here one value, therefore this minus this minus this, that gives you, what is that? V here, V divided by I. See, BC is nothing but I, and that is nothing but R. Okay, therefore, slope, see, if you plot, because V is proportional to I, if you plot a graph between V and I, you will get a straight line, and the slope of the straight line gives actually the resistance of the conductor. Okay, this also you would have studied. Right. Now, that is, I just want, this is little, okay. Now, I just want you, see, I have two conductors A and B. Okay. Now, what I'm doing is, and the plot is given. Okay, see here. This is the plot number 1. Now, okay. Here, this is the plot. I have two conductors. Okay, A and B. And I am plotting a graph between V and I for both the conductors. And I am getting the plot like this, for example. A is like this. This is A. This is for conductor A. And next one, B. Let B be like this. Okay, it is B. Okay. Hope you are getting a proper contrast here. Okay. And A and B. Okay. Now what I want is here. Okay. In this is the plot given, and which question is, which conductor, okay, has more resistance, A or B? This is a question. So very simple. You know, slope gives you the resistance directly. Okay, but here what you have to do immediately, with no time, you can find out. See, what I'm going to do here is see, anything, see, x-axis I, now one, see, I am taking one value here, one I, and from that I am drawing a perpendicular, and that meets, okay, the two plots at 2 points. Okay, therefore here the value, this value, okay, this corresponds to, what is that, VA, correct? VA, because it is, you know that this is V and this is I. Okay, and let this and here this corresponds to, this corresponds to VB, voltage corresponding to B here. Okay, that intercepts are there, no? That intercept corresponds to the voltage is VA and VB. And let this current, this current, let it be I. Let it be I. Okay. Therefore, now tell me what is RA? Therefore, from this, what is resistance of the first conductor RA? RA is nothing but, from this plot, what is that? Here, it is from here, you know, VA, now it discussed VA. For, listen, why I have taken for both the conductors, I is the same. I is the same. This is I. But only potential, current is same, but the potential difference is only varying VA and VB. Got it? Therefore, what is the resistance of the conductor? Resistance of A, let it be RA. That is equal to VA by I. Correct? VA by I. And what is RB? RB, that is equal to VB by I. Hope you are following. Okay. So, you have RA and RB, of which denominator is the same for both, because the current, that is why I have taken, what is that, one value of current, but that corresponds to two different, what is that, the intercepts in the plot gives you VA and VB, different values of potential differences. And isme to, you know that VA is, on seeing that VA is more than VB, na? VA is more than VB, correct? Denominator is the same. Therefore, you can very much easily conclude that RA is larger than RB, correct? RA is larger than RB, which says that, what is the resistance of the conductor A is more than B. Are you following? So, this is the first one. Okay, now let me give one more. Let me draw here this side adjacent, so that will be easy for you to, okay, this is 2. Let me draw the second one. Okay, question is same, but how I am going to plot the graph, you see here. This is a very, very common question. Okay, for 1 mark, 2 mark, everything they'll ask. Okay, what is that? Let me have, this is A. What is the axis here? This is V. Okay, now I have changed, you see, and this is I. Okay, right, the plots are, and A and B here, see, this is A and this is B. Okay, now you see, here x-axis, it is potential difference. Therefore, what I can do, I take the same potential difference. I take one value potential difference here. Let me take the same potential, see, V. Okay, therefore, therefore, this is the potential. So, you draw a perpendicular from it. This is a method how to compare the resistance. Okay, therefore, what is that? Right? It intersects at the A at this point and B at this point. Okay, and there is no point. That is why there is a problem. Anyhow, therefore, here this is nothing but, this corresponds to VB, but not VB, it is IB, current. See, okay, this is current, IB, and this corresponds to IA. Hope you are following. So, for which the potential difference is V. Okay, here I is the same. Here I is the same, first one, I is the same, but potential difference are different. But here the potential difference is same, but I's are different, the currents are different. Hope you are following. Question is same, which conductor has more, what is the resistance? A or B? Therefore, here what is RA in this case, second case? RA that is equal to potential is V divided by IA, है ना? Okay, and what is RB? RB that is equal to V by IB. Hope you are following. Okay, इसमें what is that? V is the same, but only current, the denominator only differs. Correct? Therefore, here which is more here, IA or IB? IA, okay, is larger than IB. IA is larger than IB. Hope you are following, children. Okay, IA is larger than IB. Therefore, what is RA? RA will be less than, because denominator is more for RA. Correct? When compared to RB. RA, that is V by IA. IA is larger, therefore RA has to be, okay, small when compared to RB. Are you following? So that is the difference. You have to see first the axis, where is V and where is I. Accordingly, you have to come to the conclusion which is having more resistance. Okay, fine. Whether you have understood? Right. Now, let us go to the next topic. The next topic is, okay, now we are going to, what are we going to do is, we are going to deduce, okay, deduction of Ohm's law. We are going to deduce Ohm's law from where? From our known concept of, what is that, drift velocity. Okay, therefore, now topic is deduction of Ohm's law. Deduction of Ohm's law. Okay. Now, what is that? See, can you recall the drift velocity we have already seen? From drift velocity, we are going to arrive at Ohm's law from there. Okay, that is the deduction of Ohm's law. What is the drift velocity? Let me VD. Drift velocity VD. What is the formula for that? See, children, then and there, every day's portion you have to learn properly. Don't keep anything pending. Okay, so E by M into tau. Okay, this is our, what is that, drift velocity, right? Now, but what I want is, from this you have to get Ohm's law. Ohm's law means V is required, I is required. So I have to somehow modify this. I have to express this equation. Which equation? What is that? VD that is equal to E by M is there now. So this equation I have to express in terms of V and I. Somehow I have to bring. Okay, therefore VD, it will be very easy. Therefore, what is VD? VD and I. What is the relation between drift velocity, current and drift velocity? That is there now. What is that? I, you know very well that I, that is equal to N E A V D. N E A V D. Correct? So, therefore, now somehow I can, because I is there, I we got. Okay, therefore I can substitute in this. Therefore I, that is equal to N E A. Instead of VD, I can apply E by M into tau. Okay, so this is right. So I got I, but I need, what is it, V now. For V, I think I have E here. How V, E are related? You know, E that is equal to V by L. What is L? L is the length of the conductor. V is the potential difference across the conductor. Therefore, the electric field, okay, across the conductor is given by V by L. Therefore, substituting, therefore, your I will become N E A, okay, into E, okay, V by M into L tau. Instead of, is it clear? Okay, therefore I can rewrite this one as I, that is equal to N E squared A by ML okay, into tau times, what is that here? It is V. Okay, so I have I and V now. From VD, okay, from the concept of drift velocity, I have brought the same thing. I have brought it in terms of I and V. Okay, therefore, what is V? V that is equal to ml, okay, divided by n e squared a tau. N e squared a tau. Are you following? V, okay, times I. Are you following? So this is equation number 1. And you have idea about also, we know, okay, V that is equal to R into I, correct? Let it be a second equation. You already know Ohm's law, okay? Therefore, definitely one shows Ohm's law only, no? So we arrived at Ohm's law here actually. Correct? V is equal to, it is the form of V is equal to R into I. Comparing with, you can say, even I can write comparing with. Okay? Equation V is equal to Ri. So I think it is very much similar to, what is that, Ohm's law only, no? We got Ohm's law here. Well, here, what is that, R that is equal, therefore from this, from drift velocity, we have got and some expression for R here. V that is equal to some constant into I. Okay, that constant should be R definitely. V, that is V is, this says that, what is it, V proportional to I, na? That is nothing but V proportional to I, na? Why? Because all the other factors are, if other factors are constant for, okay, therefore ml divided by n e squared a tau. That should be, what is that? If it is a constant, that is very, okay, this should be a constant for what? For, okay, for a given conductor, for a given conductor, okay, and for given value of n, a, l and tau. All are constant. Only then our, see, L for, see, for a given conductor. For a given conductor means what is that? See, the resistance of different conductors are different. Rest all conductors are not the same. Why? Because the resistance of the conductor actually depends actually on the arrangement of atoms. Okay, arrangement of atoms in the conductor. That is very, very important. Number 1. And number 2 is, it depends on the number density of electron. Number density of electron is n. It depends on number density of electrons. Therefore, therefore, the resistance of the conductor depends. Resistance depends upon the nature of the conductor. Nature of the conductor. What do you mean nature of the conductor? Nature of the conductor is related to number density as well as the arrangement of what is the atoms. Okay, so these two. Therefore, for a given conductor, that is why I have written this for a given conductor, and for the value, what is the given value of A, given value of A, L, okay, M and E are already constant because mass of electron and E is the charge of electron, okay, and tau. What is tau? Tau, I think you know it is, tau is nothing but, we have already seen it is a relaxation time, na? Relaxation time. What is relaxation time? It is nothing but the average, the time interval between two successive collision. Therefore, tau means, tau depends on what factor? Tau depends. Tau depends on temperature. Very important. Tau depends on temperature. Why? More the temperature, what happens? The randoms, more will be the randomness of the electron, more will be the thermal speed of the electron. Okay, more the thermal speed, the randomness of the electron will increase, and what will happen? The number of collision will also accordingly increase. Number of collision is increasing means more the number of collision, more the number of, first I'll start from more the temperature, more the temperature, okay, more will be the number of collision. How do you say, children? I think you are able to understand this. See, for example, let me, because I have, okay, conductor, okay, and is connected to a potential difference, right? If, okay, the electron, for example, I have taken so many electrons here. These are all electrons here. Okay, and they are moving in this direction, you know. Okay, here is a atom ion. Okay, at room temperature, it is room temperature. Room temperature, what it will do? It will vibrate like this, for example. It is vibrating because even atom, because they are getting what? Some thermal energy. Now, thermal energy means what they'll do? They cannot move. Why? Because they are very heavy. But what they'll do? They will vibrate about their main position. So, it is a vibration, right? And that time, if it vibrates, like the amplitude of vibration is this one only, up to this, they are vibrating. Okay, this is the amplitude. Therefore, what is the chance for how many electrons will get collided with this? Okay, therefore, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. If you increase the temperature, what will happen? The amplitude of vibration will increase. Hope you're following. Okay, so see, this is exaggeration, but I just want you to understand. See, before that it was here, this was vibrating like this. If you increase the temperature, the energy is increased, therefore the amplitude of vibration will also increase. The amplitude of vibration is increased means there is a chance for more number of electrons to collide with that particular ion. I have taken only one ion. Only one ion here. This is the ion. Okay, and as the amplitude of vibration is increased, therefore you know that before, if it is going from here to here, what will happen? Number of electrons that is colliding with a particular ion will also increase. Are you able to understand? So, now the cause of resistance here in the conductor is nothing but, okay, collision. Collision of what is that? Electrons with the ions. Because why? Because that gives hindrance. Every now and then it is collided. This undergoing collision, electron is undergoing collision. Therefore, that gives a hindrance to its motion. Okay, it is not that free to move. Okay, therefore, that is the cause of resistance. More the number of collision, more will be the resistance offered. More the number of collision, more will be the resistance offered, because the electrons are not that free to move. Okay, now coming back, as you, listen to me, as you increase the temperature T is increased. As you increase the temperature, okay, the number of collisions definitely will increase. Why? Because amplitude of ionic vibration will increase, number one. Number two is randomness of the electron will also increase. The thermal speed of electron will also increase. Therefore, randomness will increase. Okay. Therefore, because of that, number of collision will also increase. As the number of collision is increased, okay, tau will decrease. Why? It is a time interval between two successive collision. Are you following? So, tau will decrease. Hope your people are following this. Okay. Therefore, so at a given temperature, tau will be constant. Are you following? As the temperature is changing, number of collisions will also change. Therefore, tau will also change. Are you following? That is why I have explained this one. Here, R is equal to ml by n square a tau a constant for a given conductor. For a given conductor, n will be a constant, right? And for a given value of, that is n, a, l. Therefore, what is the length, area of cross section, everything r is dependent, okay? Because, and also tau. Tau depends only on temperature. So, therefore, tau means, what is that? And a given temperature. Tau means it is a function of temperature only. It is a function of temperature. Are you following? So, is this clear? Therefore, now we have arrived at, what is that? We have deduced Ohm's law from the concept of drift velocity, and from that we got one expression for, what is that? The resistance also. What is the expression for resistance? So, it is nothing but ml by NE squared A tau. ml by NE squared A tau. Is it clear? Okay. Therefore, this is about, what is that? Resistance. Okay, resistance. Therefore, we have deduced Ohm's law from drift velocity. Fine. Now, next, what is the next topic? We are going to see what is the unit of resistance. Okay, very simple that you know, it's nothing is new here. Okay, as I told you, this is what is unit of resistance. Let me go to the next color. So, unit of resistance. Okay, so now, see. You know that what is R? R, that is equal to V by I. Okay, so V by I means, what is the unit for V? Unit for V is volt. And unit for current here is ampere. Okay, therefore, volt per ampere, either you can say resistance is volt per ampere, or it has a name that is ohm. Okay, it is ohm. Okay, and how to represent that? What is a simple omega? Are you following? So, this is the unit for resistance. Okay, therefore, next step is define 1 ohm, or define the unit of resistance. Define the unit of resistance. Therefore, how to see? You know, when V that is equal to 1 volt, I that is equal to 1 ampere, then R that is equal to 1 volt divided by 1 ampere, that is equal to 1 ohm. Correct? Therefore, this is mathematically I have stated. Now we have to give the mathematically I have defined. Now you have to give the statement. So, what is that? The resistance of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm. Resistance of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm. Okay. If a current of 1 ampere flows through it, when the potential difference across its ends is 1 volt. Correct? So, resistance of the conductor is said to be 1 ohm when is said to be 1 ohm if a current of 1 ampere flows through it, when the potential difference across its ends is 1 volt. 1 volt. Is it clear? Hope you are taking the notes. Okay. So, I don't want to write these things. You are not very small children. So, I am giving the statement, you write. Okay. Right. Next one. Therefore, now this is over. Now, I want dimension. Okay. This is the unit. Okay. Now, what is the dimension? Dimension of R. Okay. Therefore, how to find out? You know, R that is equal to V by I. Okay. What is V? It is nothing but work done per charge, na? Therefore, what is it? It is work done. W by Q is V. Okay. And divided by I. What is work done now? What is the formula? Force into displacement. Work done. Therefore, it is 4m L squared T power minus 2. Okay. Force into displacement. M L squared T power minus 2. Divided by charge. चार्ज क्या होता है? ये T I. Okay, charge Q. I is equal to Q by T. Therefore, it is AT. Divide. Hope you are following, children. Okay. And divided by I. Once again, one more I. A. Okay. The dimension for I is A. Current is A. Dimension for current is A. Therefore, you can say this. Therefore, dimension of R is, okay, what is that? M L squared, okay, T power minus 3 na, T power minus 3 and A power minus 2. Are you following? So this is ML squared T power minus 3 A power minus 2. So this is the dimension for R. Dimension of R. Okay. Right. Now what is the circuit symbol? Circuit symbol for resistance. Okay. So what is the circuit symbol? See. This is not new. So okay. This is resistance R. Okay. And if I want to show that variable resistance, this is the variable resistance. Another variable resistance, how it is a rheostat. Okay. Variable resistance, rheostat. I think 10th standard you have done Ohm's law experiment and all. Okay. So this is a rheostat. Circuit symbol for rheostat. This is also variable resistance. Okay. Therefore, this is also variable resistance, that is rheostat. It's called rheostat. This is also variable resistance. Okay. So, these are all, what is that? Important concepts regarding this. Now, next topic is, we are going to see the factors on which the resistance depends. Just whatever we have seen, I am going to highlight, that's all. Already we have seen. Okay. So, we are going to highlight it. That's it. Okay. So, now next one is factors on which resistance depends. Okay, very simple. You recall what is the resistance formula? Just now we have seen R. What is R? R, that is equal to ML divided by N E squared A tau. Correct? N E squared A tau. This is R. Therefore, what are all the factors on which resistance depends? Number 1. Resistance of the conductor. Depends on number 1. Okay. N, that gives you nature of the conductor. Correct? Nature of the conductor. Nature of the conductor means, what is that? The arrangement of atoms as well as number, density of electrons, everything matters here. Okay, matter here. The nature of the conductor. Number 2, L, length of the conductor. Dimensions of the conductor. Okay, length of the conductor. Number 3, A, area of cross section of the conductor. Okay, area of cross section of the conductor. And number 4, what is that? Tau is there now. Tau depends on temperature, therefore temperature. So these are all the 4 factors, okay, very important, on which the resistance of the conductor depends. Okay, right. Now with this, okay, now we are going to see a very new term that is not new. Once again, I'm telling what is that. We are going to see what is called specific resistance. Next topic is resistivity. I'll go for some other color. Specific resistance. So far we have seen resistance. Now we are going to specific. Specific resistance. Okay, or it is also called resistivity. Resistivity, okay, of the material of the conductor. Okay, what is it? Specific resistance or resistivity of the material of the conductor. Now we are going to see. Okay, material of the conductor is very important here. Material, that's why I am insisting here. Material of the conductor. It is not resistance. Resistance means resistance of the conductor. It is okay. Here it is material of the conductor. Okay, that we will see after that. Okay, now you know very well that. Okay, what is that resistance? Depends on what is that? How it depends on the length of the conductor. How is it depending? Length of the conductor, okay. How is it depending? It is nature of the conductor means here. Let me write this one. Here R is inversely proportional to NR. Okay, that is nature, number density. And here R is proportional to length NR. Okay, then R is inversely proportional to what? Inversely proportional to A, correct? Okay, from this only I am telling everything. Okay, and how temperature? R is, okay, inversely resistance of the conductor is inversely proportional to tau. Okay, tau is, what is that? Tau. Tau, it varies as you increase the temperature. Just now we have seen, as you increase the temperature, what will happen to tau? Okay, here you see, now temperature is increased, tau will decrease. Why? As you increase the temperature, number of collision will increase, therefore tau, that time interval between two successive collision will decrease. Okay, therefore now I can say how R and resistance of the conductor and temperature related. More the temperature, more is the resistance. Are you following? Right. Therefore, now we will recall for R is, therefore you can say for a given conductor, and at a given temperature, for a given conductor and for a given temperature. Therefore, we are fixing two. What are we fixing? Given conductor nature is same, and at a given temperature is also same. What else? Two more are there apart from that, L and A are there. Correct? Okay, for a given conductor and at a given temperature, R is proportional to L and inversely proportional to A. Are you following me? Okay, therefore, are you for a given conductor? Very important. For a given conductor means N is same, number density. Okay, and for a given temperature, T is also constant. N and T are constant. Therefore, if both are, because it depends on four factors, of which N and T are constant, therefore leftover is only L and A. Therefore, R is, therefore, how it depends is proportional to L by A. Hope you are following. Therefore, some constant proportionality should be added now. That is rho into L by A. Okay, and what is rho? Therefore, rho here is what is called the specific resistance. Specific resistance, okay, or resistivity, okay, of the, not a conductor, of the material of the conductor. Very important, children. Of the material of the conductor. I'll tell you why. Okay, see, it says that, see, it depends only on the material of the conductor. Which material? Okay, it is independent of the dimension of the conductor. Rho is independent of the dimension of the conductor. Okay, so but you may say, oh, how madam, rho is equal to, from this rho is equal to R into A by L now. Okay, so A and L are there in the formula now. Yes, of course, but A and L are there from the formula, but R is also there now. If at all any change is there, accordingly R will also change, so that rho will be constant. Are you following? Therefore, for a given conductor, rho is for a given conductor at a given temperature, rho will be a constant. Therefore, is it clear? Therefore, that we will come to that later on what factors rho depends. That we will see later. Therefore, now, okay, now define specific resistance. Define rho. Rho, specific resistance. Okay, rho means what is that? Specific resistance. Okay, therefore, now you know what is that? When L is equal to 1 meter, A that is equal to 1 meter squared, rho that is equal to, what is that? R. Correct? Why? Because what is that? R that is equal to rho into L by A. Therefore, when L is equal to 1 meter, A is equal to 1 meter squared, then what is that? It is not P na? P लगता है क्या? Rho. Rho that is equal to, it is rho ma, it is rho, like slightly you have to do like that. Okay, rho that is equal to R. Therefore, that gives you the definition for rho. See, I'll tell you, specific resistance of the material of the conductor is equal to the resistance of the conductor having unit length and unit area of cross section. That's it, very simple. Okay, therefore specific resistance of the middle of the conductor is equal to the resistance of the conductor having unit length and unit area of cross section. That's it. That gives you the definition for rho. Right. Then next one is unit. Let us go to the next one. Therefore, unit of therefore unit of rho, unit of resistivity. Okay, how you know that? Okay, R that is equal to rho into L by A. Therefore, rho that is equal to RA by L. Okay, therefore that gives you an idea, that is, what is that? R का unit क्या है? What is that? Ohm. Okay, A is area of cross section, meter squared, and L is meter. Therefore, you will be getting this one as ohm meter. Therefore, unit of rho is, what is that? Ohm meter. Unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Okay, right. Next one is, what is the dimension? Therefore, dimension of rho. Dimension of rho, once again, what is that? Rho that is equal to rho that is equal to R into A by L. Okay, therefore what is the dimension? Just now we have seen what is that? R. What is the dimension for R? M L squared T power minus 3 A power minus 2. Just now we have seen now. Okay, you just go through that one. M L squared T power minus 3 A power minus 2 is for resistance. Okay, then area of cross section. Area of cross section to L squared हो जाएगा ना? Therefore into L squared divided by length L. Therefore you will be getting, what is this? That is equal to, okay, M. L is cube, ML cube. ML cube T power minus 3 A power minus 2. M L cube T power minus 3 A power minus 2. Are you following? Is it clear? Therefore, now what is the factors affecting rho? On what factors it depends? Okay, for that you recall, what is your R? We know factors affecting rho. What do you mean by the factors on which rho depends? Now we are going to see. Okay, we know that what is R? R that is equal to, okay, m L divided by n E squared tau A. Correct? This formula is there now. So here, okay, here is there now. Right. Now that can be written, that is nothing but I am writing m by n E squared tau into L by A. Into L by A. Okay. Therefore, you know that R that is equal to rho into L by A na here. Here R that is equal to some constant into L by A means therefore comparing. ये तो इक्वेशन नंबर 1 करो, इसका 2 करो, comparing 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2, you will be getting rho as, okay, rho that is equal to m by n E squared tau. Very important relation, children. Rho that is equal to m by n E squared tau. Okay, right. Once you know from this, you can give the factors on which rho depends. It is independent of L, it is independent of A. This is the main expression for rho. Okay, so you should not conclude from this equation. It depends on area, it depends on length, like that. No, resistance depends on length and area, dimensions of conductor, but rho is independent of the dimensions of the conductor. It depends only on two factors. What are they? Material of the conductor, number density, and the temperature. Okay, so it depends on material of conductor. Okay, and tau means it depends on temperature. Are you following? So more the temperature, less will be tau, and more will be the resistivity. Are you following? Therefore, if n is more, rho will be less. Correct? Number density is more. And like that, if tau is more, tau means what is that? Time interval between two successive collision. Tau is more means number of collision is less. Hope you people are following. Tau is more. When will tau be more? Okay, when will tau be more? At low temperature. Temperature is increased means number of collision will increase. Number of collision is increased means what is that? Time interval between two successive collision will decrease. Are you following? Therefore, tau is more when t is less. Okay, when t is less, tau is more. Tau is more. Therefore, tau is more means rho will be less. All are interrelated. That's all. Number of collision depends very much on temperature. More the temperature, more will be the collision. More the collision, relaxation time will decrease. Relaxation time is decreasing means definitely resistivity will, what is that? Increase. Relaxation time is decreasing means resistivity will increase. Are you following? Because it is R is inversely proportional to, so rho is inversely proportional to n and rho is inversely proportional to tau. Are you following? So it depends on these two, right? And if you see the resistivity of the conductor is very less. Okay, what is the order of resistivity? For order of resistivity of the conductor, if you see resistivity of conductor, for example, rho for, okay, conductors, metals. Okay, so for silver is the best conductor. Okay, why? Because it has number density is more, the number density of electron is more. It is around 1.6 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. And for copper, okay, it is 1.7 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Okay, next to silver is copper. Then it is aluminium. Okay, for aluminium, it is 2.7 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Are you following? So this is for rho. And alloys, if you take a rho for alloys, nickel, iron and chromium. Okay, so it is an alloy. Therefore, it is around 100 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. So it is more. Resistivity for alloys. Alloy is nothing but mixture of metals. Okay. Therefore, and manganese. There is one alloy like manganese. Manganese, it is 44 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Why this manganese is very important? This is meant manganese and another one very important, constantan. Why I am writing this one now? Constantan. Constantan has a 49 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. So why? Because these are meant for used for making resistant coils, resistant wires and all, they know, for that it is used. Manganese. That is why? Because its resistivity is more. So that is why they are used for making resistant coils and all. Okay. And for semiconductor, if you call insulator, if you for, okay, this is for alloys. For metal, this is metal, that is conductor. Okay, and this is for alloys. And next one is for insulator. Insulators, okay, usually what is the order for insulators? Rho will be of the order of, okay, 10 power, you can say 10 power 10 to 10 power even 16 ohm meter. 10 power 10 to 10 power 16 ohm meter. Very high. No, resistance is very high. And in between metal and insulator, there is one is called semiconductor. For semiconductor, rho will be of the order of, okay, 10 power minus 5. For example, silicon. Silicon means what is it? It is around, it is 2300 ohm meter. Okay, therefore you can say at everything at temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, rho at temperature kya hai? Everything temperature is at all T at 0 degrees Celsius. It is because you know what is that? It depends very much on temperature now. So I am comparing everything at 0 degrees Celsius. Are you following? So germanium, silicon. It is for silicon. Rho for silicon. This is this is for silicon. Okay, because I have to write what rho for silicon. It is this one. And germanium means it will be around 0.46 ohm meter, etc., etc. So these are all, this is for semiconductors. Hope this is only just for comparison. You see, the resistivity for metal is very less. Next one is alloys, and insulator is very, very large. Okay, in between your, what is a semiconductor? More the resistivity, less will be what is a conduction. Okay, electrical conduction.